You close your eyes every night without thinking about it. But right now, imagine you just decided to never sleep again. At first, you feel fine. The clock strikes midnight and you're wide awake, maybe even productive. You clean the kitchen, answer some emails, feel unstoppable, but your body has already noticed. Behind the scenes, your brain is falling behind on critical maintenance it can only do while you sleep. See, sleep isn't just rest. It's when your brain flushes out toxic waste proteins through something called the glymphatic system. Without it, the garbage piles up. Your neurons also use sleep to strengthen new memories. They replay the day's experiences, filing them from short-term into long-term storage. Skip sleep, and those files get corrupted. 16 hours in, and now you're running on fumes. This is where a normal day would end, and sleep would begin. But you push through. By hour 20, your reaction time has slowed. Your ability to focus is crumbling. Studies show you're now performing like someone with a blood alcohol level of 0.05. 24 hours, a full day without sleep. Your brain feels foggy, you're irritable, clumsy, and your judgment is impaired. Congratulations, you're now as impaired as a legally drunk driver. Your body temperature drops slightly. Cortisol, the stress hormone, starts rising. Your immune system weakens. You might not feel sick yet, but your defenses are already cracking. Your brain tries to compensate. It begins experiencing microsleeps, involuntary blackouts lasting just a few seconds. You might not even notice them happening. During a microsleep, your eyes stay open, but your brain briefly shuts down. If you were driving, you would drift across the road without knowing it. Thousands of accidents happen exactly this way. By 32 hours, your emotional regulation starts breaking down. Small frustrations feel enormous. You might snap at someone for no reason, or cry at a commercial. 36 hours awake, your hormones are haywire. Cortisol is surging, insulin response is disrupted, and your hunger hormones spike. You crave sugar and junk food like never before. Your speech starts to stumble. You reach for words, and they're simply not there. Sentences trail off into nothing. People around you start to notice something is wrong. At this point, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning and decision-making, is severely impaired. You can't strategize. You can barely prioritize. You start to feel a strange sense of detachment from reality. Colors seem different. Sounds feel louder or oddly muffled. The world becomes slightly unreal. Your body desperately tries to put you to sleep. The pressure builds like a dam about to burst. Every cell in your body is screaming for rest, and you have to actively fight it. 48 hours, 2 full days. Now things get genuinely dangerous. Your immune system is significantly weakened. Natural killer cells, your body's virus fighters, drop dramatically. Cognitive function plummets. Complex tasks become impossible. You struggle with basic arithmetic. Your working memory, the ability to hold a thought for just a few seconds, is nearly gone. And then the hallucinations begin. At first, they're peripheral, shadows that move when they shouldn't. A dark shape in the corner of your eye that vanishes when you turn. By 60 hours, the hallucinations become harder to dismiss. You might see faces in patterns, hear whispers that aren't there, or feel something crawling on your skin. Your emotional state becomes volatile. Paranoia creeps in. You start to feel like something is wrong with the world around you, like people are watching you, or hiding things. 72 hours. 3 full days. Your brain is now in crisis mode. Higher order thinking has almost completely shut down. You exist in a fog. The hallucinations are no longer subtle. People have reported seeing entire figures, hearing full conversations with people who don't exist, and believing impossible things are happening. At this point, scientists call it sleep deprivation psychosis. Your brain, starved of the reset it needs, begins generating its own distorted reality. You can no longer trust your own perceptions. Your motor skills are devastated. Simple coordination tasks like buttoning a shirt or pouring water become genuinely difficult. You move like you're underwater. And remember those microsleeps. By now they're happening constantly, sometimes lasting up to 30 seconds. Your brain is forcing tiny windows of unconsciousness just to survive. In 1963, a 17-year-old named Randy Gardner decided to test all of this. For a high school science fair project, he would stay awake as long as possible. 2 friends monitoring him and sleep researcher William Dement observing, Gardner began his experiment during Christmas break in San Diego. The goal was 11 days. The first 3 days were rough. Gardner felt nauseous and struggled with memory. He described it as early Alzheimer's brought on by lack of sleep. By day 4, Gardner was irritable and unfocused. He had trouble recognizing objects by touch and his concentration was failing. But physically, he insisted he felt fine. On day 7, Gardner experienced tremors and slurred speech. His short-term memory was essentially non-functional. He would forget what he was saying mid-sentence. By day 9, Gardner could barely finish his own thoughts. When asked to subtract 7 from 100 repeatedly, he stopped at 65 and forgot what he was doing. On January 8, 1964, Gardner reached 11 days, 264 hours without sleep, a world record that stood for decades. Then he went to a naval hospital and slept for 14 hours straight. When he woke up, he felt groggy but surprisingly normal. His brain appeared to bounce back, but decades later, Gardner developed severe insomnia that lasted for years. He called it karmic payback. His brain may have never fully forgiven him for those 11 days. So what's actually happening inside your brain during all of this? The answer lies in a tiny molecule called adenosine. Every hour you're awake, adenosine builds up in your brain. It's a chemical signal that says you've been working too long. It's time to sleep. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptors. I sound the children is twildrum, and it was Vestway's documentary. When you sleep, your brain clears the adenosine away. But if you never sleep, it just keeps accumulating, pressing harder and harder on the off switch that you refuse to flip. Meanwhile, your brain waves change. Without sleep, the sharp, organized patterns of a healthy brain degrade into slow, chaotic waves that resemble someone under anesthesia. Your thalamus, the relay station at the center of your brain, starts malfunctioning. This is the structure that filters sensory information and helps generate sleep cycles. When the thalamus fails, sensory input becomes a scrambled mess. This is why sleep-deprived people hallucinate. The brain can't properly filter what's real from what it's manufacturing. Your hippocampus, the memory center, essentially goes offline. New memories can't be formed properly. You might live through an experience and have no recollection of it moments later. And the prefrontal cortex, your brain's executive, grows quieter and quieter. Without it, you lose impulse control, emotional regulation, and the ability to plan ahead. Now here's the darkest chapter. There exists a disease where you literally cannot sleep. It's called fatal familial insomnia. And it is exactly as terrifying as it sounds. Fatal familial insomnia is caused by a rogue protein, a prion, that attacks the thalamus. It's inherited, carried by a mutation in a single gene, and it is always terminal. It begins with worsening insomnia over several months, accompanied by panic attacks and phobias. Patients report vivid dreams during the little sleep they manage to get. In the second stage, hallucinations set in and the autonomic nervous system goes haywire. Heart rate spikes, blood pressure rises, patients sweat uncontrollably. By stage 3, sleep becomes completely impossible. The brain can no longer generate any sleep patterns at all. Patients exist in an exhausted waking state with no escape. In the final stage, patients lose the ability to speak or move voluntarily. They decline into dementia, then coma. The average disease course is 18 months. There is no treatment and no cure. Sedatives don't work because the thalamus itself is destroyed. The brain physically cannot produce sleep, no matter what drugs are given. Only about 40 families worldwide carry this mutation. But fatal familial insomnia proves something crucial. Sleep is not optional. Without it, the brain destroys itself. Over weeks and months, insufficient sleep increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and depression. Your immune system weakens and infections hit harder. Chronic sleep loss literally shrinks your brain. Studies show reduced volume in the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus in people who consistently sleep less than 6 hours. Your body ages faster. Telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes, shorten more quickly with poor sleep. You're essentially accelerating your biological clock. And here's the cruel twist. The less you sleep, the worse you become at recognizing how impaired you are. Sleep-deprived people consistently overestimate their own performance. Researchers have compared 24 hours of wakefulness to a blood alcohol content of 0.10. That's above the legal limit to drive in every country on Earth. You don't need a rare prion disease to damage yourself with sleeplessness. 1 in 3 adults doesn't get enough sleep on a regular basis. That's chronic, partial sleep deprivation. Sleep is the single most effective thing you can do for your brain and body every day. It costs nothing. It requires no prescription. And your biology is begging you for it. So tonight, when the world gets quiet and your eyelids grow heavy, don't fight it. Close your eyes. Let your brain do what it was built to do. You'll thank yourself in the morning.